Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to make a video tonight about. I know my last video was about one of my favorite Kadena NFT projects, but I'm actually going to do a video about a bunch of different projects on Kadena right now. A lot of them are really new, very good chance of whitelisting. A lot of them are NFT projects, most of them actually. But there are some other really good projects, and I'll kind of go over a little bit of that. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. It's a lot of information, so I'm sorry if I go fast, but I don't want to make this too long of a video. But basically, to get whitelist for these, the two main things you're going to need is a Twitter account and a Discord account. If you don't have either one of those, it's going to be hard to get whitelisted. You could probably do it just having one, but more, both of them helps a lot. So go ahead and make yourself a Twitter account if you don't have one, and even a Discord account. Discord is an app you can get on your computer or your phone or whatever. It works better on the computer, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. You can kind of see more. A lot of some of this stuff doesn't fit on the mobile screen, so but you can see these are all the different Discord servers I'm in, all these different projects or different, crypto coins or whatever it might be. These are all the projects I'm in. And I know it seems like a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. You don't have to do all of that. Some of those are other things that I keep track of for mining and whatever else, if I need to ask any questions or anything. So, but I will go over several projects tonight. Here's my Twitter account. I don't have to follow me if you don't want to, but it's this is an older account, but it's at GoGator79. My handle is TheCryptoSpyder, obviously. But I put the K tag on there, whatever earlier. That's the address. All Kadena addresses have the K colon or whatever. So that's kind of a thing you'll notice a lot if you're dealing with these KDA projects, is that. So I don't want to go too much into that, but so anyway, Twitter is important, but Discord is your main kind of go-to thing. So when it comes to these whitelist projects, the first thing you want to do is find the project. So I will put a link for some of these down in the chat, but or in the description of the video. But the main one y'all need to join first is one that's called All About Kadena. Okay. So this one, it's made by I think Divine is the main person that does it. He's with KittyCAD, which was if I'm correct, the first NFT project or the first limited edition or whatever you want to say NFT project on Kadena. And he started this as more of an academy to learn and to just to find out about Kadena in general. But the cool thing is these are the projects. So you've got wallets and dexes and DeFi and launch pads and NFTs and marketplaces and GameFi and casinos and pack tutorials, which is their smart contract coding that they do, which is amazing compared to anything else. It's one of the reasons that everybody's so bullish on this is how safe and secure their coding is compared to ETH with Solidity or Rust with Solana or whatever. So, and then there's some new projects, but you can kind of click on these and say, which wallets. Chainweaver is the main one. X Wallet is one that's kind of works like MetaMask. Actually, you can connect it to, you can add it as an extension in your browser and connect it to websites like you would MetaMask. That's a really good one that most people use. Zelcore is amazing. It's not as user friendly, but it has a lot of functions, and it's a really amazing wallet. And I've never really messed with these two, but they're both good wallets. But the different DEX projects, so if you want to buy some of the new coins on KDA, you can get like an X wallet, come to one of these sites here and swap for some of these new coins. There's only 4 or 5, maybe 6 coins that have actually been released to dexes on this. So, I mean, it's like super early into all this. There's a lot that's going to be built on it later, I would imagine. But for now, there's not a ton when it comes to just tokens to buy. There's only a handful. But DEX is DeFi, but main one is I want to talk about is NFTs. You've got Galenas is like a chicken game where you can hatch them, you can buy them for 1 KDA, and you can breed them, and different things. It's non-limited, so you can make as many as you want, hatch as many as you want, but it's, it's kind of fun. But anyway, Kitty Cat, like I said, was the first limited edition NFT collection. Kadena Kongs. I'll go over some more of these, Alpha Slayers, Kadena Mining Club, which I've already gone over. That's one of my favorites. Full Spin Yacht Club, Life Sail, which is some beautiful artwork. Easy Robots looks pretty cool. Drop the Whittle is a very limited edition, but there's like less than 70 or 80 people in the Discord right now. So, jumping in, chatting every now and then, whatever, you might be able to get a whitelist on that for some exclusive low number NFTs on that one. Lazy Abe, Canadians, which they don't have a Discord server yet, so you can't do much with them, but they do have a Twitter. You can look them up and you can follow them, and hopefully they'll have it soon. CAD Cars NFT is actually going to be a racing game, and it's supposed to be really, really neat. Like a cool NFT project. Future Proof Records, it's like an NFT music. It's pretty cool. And Cadino Weebs. That's just a few of them. But you got NFT marketplaces, which none of them, there's not really one yet. They're still working on the NFT part of their blockchain. It's called Marmalade. The technology they're using is called Marmalade, and it's in beta right now. They're still working on it, but it should be out sometime, hopefully in the next few months. And then there'll be like secondary marketplaces where you can resell stuff and buy NFTs and all that stuff. It's coming, but it's still early. So, some of these projects are very, very early. There's only, I think, Kitty Cat, Babina, I don't know about a couple of these. Bulls they just did their mint and it sold out, and it was a 24-hour whitelist, and that's, and within 12 hours or 14 hours after the public sale went live, they sold out because it was only like 1,980 of them. So that sold out quick. I was able to grab 5 of those, thank goodness. I was whitelisted. I've actually been whitelisted for 8 projects so far, and I'm working on more. Just doing some of the stuff I'm about to show you. So anyway, I don't want to get caught up on too much of that, but get on that one, and then you can go in and kind of find them on Twitter, or you can search them on Twitter, or you can find their Discord. I don't really care about invites and stuff like that, but there are a couple of these whitelists that you can only get whitelisted by invites. So I probably will put those in the description of the video. Again, like I said in my last video, if you don't want to use my links, it's not going to hurt my feelings, y'all. Y'all don't have to use my links, but if you appreciate the content and the information I'm giving you, use the link and it may help me out as well. So, but basically, once you get, your list, or once you figure out what all you're looking at, you can go in and find some, new project, Nightbreakers. This is one that actually just dropped today. There's only 81 members in the Discord right now. Brand new NFT project that's going to be coming out soon. It's really cool. So definitely one to look into and get in early, and stuff like that. So okay, so basically I'm going to go over like what I do when it comes to getting whitelisted, how I go about the process, or what all I have to do. And this may be a lot of information. You don't have to do all of this, but you'll find for each one of these, or whichever your favorite ones are, that you can probably, there's just a few things you can do a few times a day. It takes a couple minutes. It's not a lot, but you can kind of figure it all out. It's not that bad. So anytime you join a server, all these channels are not going to be here. It'll be like 1 or 2. And it'll be like, it'll basically say, hey, you can't use this until you make sure you're not a bot, and you have to click some little, I think I was hoping to show you, but you have to click a little thing that sometimes it'll have a block message, and you have to actually click show message. It'll say react to this to get your role, or react to this to verify, and you just click this, and it'll basically open up the rest of this. And sometimes it'll actually have, depending on the project, they'll actually have another in the roles. It'll have multiple of these, but it'll have an explanation like, if you want to learn about this, click this. If you want to be notified when we play video games together for XP, for experience points to get whitelisted, click this. And you can just click the roles, and it'll actually give you those roles in the chat, and you will be able to get notifications when they're about to play a game, when they're doing trivia, when they're playing poker night, or game night or whatever they're doing, because they do some pretty cool game nights where a bunch of people come together and play trivia or poker or whatever, and they give out experience points, and those experience points helps you get to a level where you can get whitelisted. So a lot of cool things that they do. But you don't have to do all of that. A lot of these are a little bit easier than that. But so like so you do the verification on each one or whatever, and you get the role, all this opened up. You'll notice that's probably not a good one. So you'll notice over here they have roles. So you'll have your main people, the main person, the owner, the main person, and then you'll have your OGs, your whitelist winners, which I got lucky and won a whitelist on this one. I didn't have to work as hard to get it, so thank you, Miners of Cadenia. It's one of my favorite projects also. But you have these different these different roles and stuff like that in the server. So depending on what your rank is, depending on how much you've done, what games you've played, or whatever it might be, how many tweets you've retweeted or raids. I'll talk about all that here soon. But depending on how much you've done, it can upgrade your role. And if you can get a IDO whitelist or even an OG role or something, that's going to give you extra perks. And a lot of these projects have passive income, and if you can gain an OG role, you actually get put into a different category where the passive income that you're getting will be a little bit higher than everybody else. So it's worth it to put a little time and effort into, don't do all of these. I'm doing a bunch. I'm just, I'm putting all my time and effort into it because I believe in all these projects. You don't have to pick 3 or 5, whatever you want to do, and just do those every day. And you can actually get whitelisted on some of your favorite projects. Like I said, these are really early. So it may be 2, 3 months, 4 months from now before they even mint anything. So you have plenty of time on a lot of these to be able to get whitelisted. So once you get into it, you can look at like the important stuff, the announcement, the official links, their Twitter, giveaways. They'll have information about the project, how to whitelist, sometimes rules for the Discord servers, different things like that. Use case, what they plan on doing. Like, for example, I mentioned I don't have to show you. My last video is Miners of Cadena, or excuse me, Cadena Mining Club. They're basically, with the money that they're making off the NFTs, they're going to buy a bunch of actual miners, the machines that mine Cadena, and they're going to set them all up and they're going to run them. And your NFT gets a certain amount of Cadena every year, depending on the because it has a hash rate associated with it. So they have utilities, and like Cadena Bulls has an actual arcade, which is like a casino where you can actually bet KDA to play games and stuff. And so if you're an OG on that, or if you have an NFT from that, you're going to get a passive income off the profit they make for people playing those games. So they all have most of them at least have a kind of a built-in utility behind them that has a passive income. And there's one that I don't have, there's not on Discord yet, but it's called KDA Bet, which is basically, it basically is some of the best gamblers in the world, sports bettors in the world. I don't want to call them gamblers, that has a negative connotation, but sports bettors in the world, they've decided that they don't like the way that these sports betting sites are doing, and they decided to build their own on Cadena using blockchain technology. And they're giving away, they only have 3,000 NFTs are giving away. I got lucky and called a Twitter to get an early one, but sometime soon they're going to have an IDO where there's 2,500 more that you can get, and you can take that, and there's different things. You can get an extra percentage on your bets, you can get free rolls, free bets, different things, or you can basically in a way kind of stake it with one of their bettors or their professional bettors or whatever, and a certain percentage of whatever profit they win, or people that bet with them win, gets put into basically a pool for all the NFTs. So you're actually making a profit off of people sports betting, and you don't have to sports bet, you just have an NFT. Cool stuff. So anyway, so you have announcements, they'll say, hey, join us for AMAs, and if you which isn't Ask Me Anything. They also Twitter has what's called Spaces. There's also in here, there's see if I can find one. There's audio channels in some of these like the lounge. And sometimes they'll pop in and say, hey, everybody, meet us in the lounge. We're going to have a little chat for 30 minutes or whatever. And if you pop in there, they'll actually look at all the people that showed up. And sometimes they'll give away like 3 whitelist spots just for, the people that showed up to listen to them. So, and, really don't have to talk or anything. I mean, you can actually get in it and then turn the volume down and keep doing your work or keep whatever you're doing and just be there. And sometimes that's enough to, because in another thing with like Twitter and Discord, if you can, you want to have kind of the same name. Like obviously, I'm TheCryptoSpyder, whatever. That's, people see that. They see it over and over and over and over and over again, retweeting stuff and in the channels and talking and playing the games. And so they see that you're here. And that's all they want. They want to know that you're committed to the project. You do a few things and you let them see your name out there. They're probably going to end up giving you a whitelist spot on a lot of these. So but with you have the announcements. They usually have like their official links, like their social media stuff. So obviously you want to you want to connect with as many of those as you can that you want to or whatever. But that keeps you linked with them. And that way you can catch their tweets, you can, and different things like that. So like, for example, if you were Alpha Slayers Club, but you want to hit follow on them, obviously. And a lot of times they'll be like, hey, giveaway, join Discord, like and retweet this and follow us, and we'll give you a whitelist spot. But basically you just want to follow some of these projects. And every time they tweet something or whatever, you want to get notified so that you can go in and do whatever you need to do to possibly get that experience points or whatever you need to get whitelisted. So there's also like games and stuff like that. Let me see. Yeah, so like the fishing hole, you can come in here and you can buy a fishing pole or whatever, and you can come in here and catch fish and you can sell them and you get points. And basically every time you type in the server, you type in here like whatever it might be, fish, I don't remember exactly the code. Sometimes it's a percentage, sometimes it's a /, sometimes it's exclamation point, but whatever the code is, you would type in fish or whatever. And there it is, yeah. And that counts as you interacting with the server. And the more you do these different things, you type stuff in, they count your keystrokes basically, and that helps you level up on some of these. But like sometimes for smash carts, they'll say they'll put something in the general or chat or whatever, and they'll tag everybody and they'll say, hey, anybody want to play smash carts? Click on this link, meet us in there, and we'll play a little while. You'll get 10 experience points for every time you get you take out somebody or whatever it might be. So, and it's actually a really fun game. It's an app on your phone, and it's just a bunch of little go-karts that drive around and shoot each other. It's actually a lot of fun anyway. But you have all these little things that you can do, and each little thing can give you experience points or whatever. So again, you don't have to do all of it. Just find some things that's easy for you, that's fun for you, that you like to do, and build up your role and your experience points and your levels and stuff like that in these discords. So what was I going to show next? Sorry, I'm looking at my list. There it is. So I'm sorry. So they'll have, where is it? I probably won't be able to find it now. But Easy Robots will have game nights, or a lot of these will have game nights. Like I said, poker and stuff like that. But they have something called the Steel Games, which looks like it's a lot of fun. But they usually do it during the day on a Friday where I'm working and I can't actually take part in it. But if you're connected with them, you'll get their notifications and you can go in and actually play some of the games. There's also like Cadena Bulls, wherever that is. I have too many here. They actually they have an arcade. where you can actually go to their website and you can, like, I can see, you can kind of bet KDA to play or whatever. So they have some classic games too. You don't have to bet on, like you can actually play some like Pong and, you know, different things like that or whatever without having to pay anything. It's just kind of old, you know, cheap 80s games, but they're fun. Um, they're, let me see. Where is it? It's weird. These are different on my phone than on my computer. So, and they're actually flipped or something. So it throws me off. I forget where things are. I'm sorry, guys. But like KMC, they like and a lot, and several of these have it. Like this is called KMC Economy. So, and this is one of the main things you can do on several of these to get it. Like, you know, the Canada Mining Club whitelist is actually not hard to get. Basically, you can come in here every day and type in work. Yeah, I can't do it right now. And you can type in collect, and they'll give you a certain amount of cash or whatever every day. And then you just kind of, you know, you can go in and do deposit all, and there's a list you can do, like help, I think usually will give you like a list of different commands and stuff you can do. But most of the time it's just a few different commands. But basically, you know, you want to do like work, collect, deposit into the bank or whatever. And then you can look at LB for leaderboard. You'll have a list, a big list of people here, whatever. I'm currently 54th, but I've been using my experience point or my cash that I get to get experience points to get a higher level to get more whitelist. But you can do rank to check your rank. I'm level 23 right now. I'm number 30 in the server. But basically every time I get 250, I can go in and do shop, and it'll tell you like, hey, you know, for 250,000, you can get 5,000 XP. So for me, that's like one level up. But if you're a level 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that, that's going to basically jump you to level 10 where you get the whitelist. Level 10 is what you have to have on this one. But you can save it up and get like a role that gives you more daily income. And this is another role that gives you more daily income. I mean, there's even some cool stuff here. You can save up big and get some of the NFTs. I mean, there's even, I don't know if anybody will ever get to this amount, but they would even give you a KD box, which is an actual miner. They're about $4,000, but that's a lot of tokens. But anyway, you get the point. You basically just come in here and you can do this every 4 hours. You can do the work, the collect and all that and deposit into your bank every 4 hours and just let that build. And if, you know, you can buy those different ranks, or you can buy those, you get those XP. And as long as you get to level 7, you know, level 10, you're good. You know, you get the whitelist on that one. So then there's several of those that do that. I think Miners of KDA does it. Where's my other list? Sorry. I think Full Spin Yacht Club has something. I can't remember. Lazy Apes, Variation Apes, Kadena Kongs has some stuff. What was the other one? Easy Robots, yeah, has one. You can just go in and kind of collect your daily, but they have like different games and stuff. Let's see if I can do. They may be called something different, but you can do games, and you can come in here and you can see what other people typed in. So kind of remember whether this server uses a / or whatever, but you can type in daily. I think it'll let you do it like every 4 hours or something. Probably won't let me. Oh, actually it did. But then you can type in weekly, and obviously this won't let me because I got this a few days ago, but that gives you an even bigger amount. So you can kind of collect different things, and that kind of builds you up in the server. But so just another way that you can kind of build up, you know, and possibly get a whitelist. Let me see. You can change your profile picture. Some of them will tell you like, hey, I think it was Alpha Slayers. Yeah, guaranteed whitelist. Change your profile picture on Twitter to one of our NFTs for 7 days, and then post your profile into the raid screenshots. you'll be awarded a whitelist 7 days after changing your profile pic. You can start until Sunday. So basically you would come into their sneak peek. You would just pick one you like. This is the one I'm using right now. And you can get multiple whitelists. I've already got a whitelist for this one, but hey, if they're guaranteed and they'll give me 2 more free, I'm going to do what they tell me to do and you know, and get it. But you can just pick whichever one you like. You can right click and it'll let me save image or whatever. And then you can basically go into Twitter, you know, go to your profile, edit profile, click, you know, the picture and just add or whatever. So, you know, you can add that picture in and then basically you can take a screenshot of it or whatever you got to do and then go back to their Discord. And then where did it say, put them RAID screenshots, you can click there and then down at the bottom, and then you just add in, upload the file or whatever it might be, and you add in that file there, and that shows them that you change your profile pic. They'll check it after 7 days. If it's still there, you get a free whitelist spot. Or another one, guaranteed whitelist, you can retweet their currently pinned tweet on Twitter saying, and then say why you're bullish on the project. And include your favorite Slayer from the sneak peeks. So it's the same thing you just did here. You know, we just get a screenshot or whatever, and then you would just go to their Twitter, which I was already there earlier. Look up Alpha Slayers, and then you'll see the pinned tweet. So you basically just do what it's, you know, you basically do what it says. You know, you go back and say retweet our pin tweet on Twitter and say why you're bullish. So, I mean, you can do this right here if you want, where you actually join their Discord, which you already have done at that point, I would imagine. You like and retweet, which is like and retweet, okay? And then you would follow them on Twitter, which you know, Alpha Slayer Club, you follow right there, and that they'll give away 10 whitelist spots. But you basically, in this announcement here, it basically just tells you have to retweet it and then say why you're bullish. So if you were to come in and hit retweet, you could do a quote tweet and just type in, I love this project because it's got beautiful artwork, or I mean, whatever, just type something in and then tweet it. And then go back to your page, your profile or your home, excuse me, whatever, wherever your last tweet was. There would be, and then it would be right there. And you can just take a screenshot of that and come back to the RAID screenshot and drop that in there. And that's 2 free whitelists. Now, I will tell you, I wish I got this video out earlier today. These are only good for 24 hours after this time. So basically, from the time I get this video out, y'all are going to have about 7 hours to get these 2 whitelists. I'm really sorry about that. I wish I could have got it out sooner, but there's 2 free whitelists right there if you want them. So, and it tells you the mint price. The dates aren't determined. It'll actually tell you how many members in there, how many whitelists. They're giving away 3.3 thousand whitelists, 3,300 whitelists. There's only 300 so far. That's 10%. So basically, there's a lot of people that could get whitelisted off this still. So that's another thing. And then a raid is basically, where's one? So they'll have Twitter raiders, and this kind of gives you an understanding of what it is. They'll talk about it a little bit. You know, you click that for the role, which will tell you when there's missions. So you want to come in here and click this, and it'll, every time there's a mission, they'll come in. There'll be a little red 1 or 2 right here. And so basically, I'll do this one to show y'all. Basically, it just says, tag with the reason you love Miners Academia, and be sure to mention, this stuff. Retweet and follow them and the main person. So you can go to Twitter and follow them, and then post in the Twitter proof. So once you get done doing everything you need to do, you would take a screenshot and then put it in the Twitter proof here, add it in, and then basically you can see how other people have done it. If you want to kind of get an idea. So you just kind of take a screenshot of what you've done, and then they can give you a whitelist. So I'll do this one real quick here. So it'll take you to the page, and then you can kind of see what it said. So you have to tag a reply to Miners Academia, retweet and follow and then post in the Twitter proof. So basically, I've already followed them, the people that they asked me to, but you can basically like and retweet. And then you would type in and just, and here's one thing I've been doing that's actually got me 2 whitelists so far. They tell you to mention miners of KDA. That's great. They want you to mention them, but there's a community here and they support each other. So I'll always do something like, you know, something, if I could type tonight. You don't want to type too much because you want to tag as many of these projects as possible, basically. So, you can tag miners of KDA as the main one. You can tag mining club, and I'm already whitelisted for some of these, but I just like giving them some props as much as I can because I appreciate them whitelisting me. But once you kind of figure out, I'll get you a list of some of these, you can kind of come in and just tag a bunch of these projects every single time you do a Twitter raid. So basically it will Canadians at you can just kind of add in whichever projects you like, hashing, which is another mining project. But just add as many. KDA Alligators they haven't really done a lot yet. It's a brand new project. They don't have a Discord or anything, but as y'all know, Go Gators 79, Gator fan, Florida Gators, I love them. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But you just want to tag as many as you possibly can, especially ones that you're looking to try to get whitelisted for. So you got Easy Robots, and I'm sure I'm missing some, but just for the sake of the shortness of the video, I just do that. And then you would come in here and just take a screenshot of the fact that you had tweet. So you just take a screenshot of this, that you did this, and tag them. And then you would come back to the Raiders missions, the Twitter proof, and you would just put that photo here to show them like, hey, I did this. I did what you asked me to do. And then every so often they'll pick whitelist people off of that. So that's what a Twitter raid is. They basically say, hey, this random person ask a question about NFT projects. Everybody from this Discord, just go over there as fast as you can and tell them who you love. Tell them that you love us, that you love KDA. And every time you tag one of these projects, they see it. Like the Cadena Life Sale. I love this project. I mean, it's some really cool, beautiful artwork. But basically, I didn't do anything to get this whitelist except for tag them in every single thing that I did. And let me show you wherever it is. But look, there's 3 people whitelisted so far, and I'm one of them. And all I've been doing is tagging them in every tweet that I do. And they automatically just within a few minutes of me tagging them, they'll like it, they'll say thanks and comment back saying thanks or something. And within a few weeks, I was whitelisted just from tagging them in Twitter. So there's just, there's all these different projects out here that you can just do a little bit of work for. You can just do a few tweets and do Raider missions and, different things like that. And it really will help get people it really will help to get yourself whitelisted in early in these projects. There are a couple like Sphinx Cats that actually the only way to get whitelisted is to invite people. And I don't mind using links and stuff, but I try not to do it as much as possible. But I may actually throw a couple of these in there just because I haven't gotten whitelisted for these yet. And so I kind of need the invite, so I will throw those in there. If you want to use them, great. If you don't, I don't care. But so a lot of times after you get your whitelist, It's up here. If you win a competition or if you win a giveaway or something like that, because they'll have giveaways and drawings and all kind of stuff. I don't know if this one has one. But sometimes they'll say giveaways or drawings, and you can actually go in there and do what they say. And if you get the whitelist, a lot of times they'll have like a claim whitelist. You come in there and you type in, hey, I need to claim my whitelist, or you need to whatever command it might be. You can check your rank and your level up and stuff too. Sometimes you actually have to open a ticket. So what was I going to look at for that one? Mine was a Cadania. So sometimes you actually have to open a ticket. So you have to create a ticket, come in here and create ticket, and you have to type in and it'll actually, once you create ticket at the very top, it'll open up like up here, it'll open up like a bot type of thing, or like a private message kind of thing. And it'll say, hey, we got to, we heard you want to create a ticket. You type in here what your issue is. And you would just type in, I want a whitelist. And then next thing you know, a few hours later, whatever it might be, they'll have you over here on the whitelist list, just by claiming the tickets. That's just the way to do that. So I think I've basically got everything. I think this video has gone a little bit longer than I wanted it to anyway. Sorry, I got off on some tangents, but so basically it's just find some projects you like. Don't overwhelm yourself, but find some projects you like and just go in there and read the rules and read the announcements and do some Twitter raids. And every 4 hours, go in there and type in !work or whatever and collect that cash. And it may take you a few weeks or a month or something to build up enough to buy some XP. But I mean, these projects are giving out, like, they're doing like tweets, giving out whitelist spots like every 2 to 3 days. The Twitter raids almost every day. A little bit of work on some of these can actually get you whitelisted pretty quickly in some of these projects. And heck, even if you don't end up buying it, it gives you the option of being able to whitelist if you want to. Being whitelisted doesn't mean you have to buy anything, but it allows you in early on some of these. And the higher rank or the higher level you get, you may be able to get 2 whitelist spots or 3 whitelist spots, or whatever it might be. I was actually going to show you one more thing if I can. So like, you get level 10, you get 1 mint, like you're whitelisted. Level 10 is not hard to get for Cadena Mining Club, but the more levels you get, the more mints you get. Now I'd love to get level 50. That's probably not going to happen. I think I may end up getting level 30 if I'm lucky, level 40. But I'd hope to have 3 to 5 mints. And if I can get 5 mints, that's basically like 200 KDA, over 200 KDA a year in passive income from mining. Now, right now, that's, $300 or $400. But when you look at the KDA project and what the potential is for the future, I mean, that's a passive income, not completely, but that's a good chunk of money that it possibly could be in the future. So anyway, some cool stuff. Sorry if it went a little long, but it's not really hard to get some of these whitelists. Just come in here and talk to people if you got a few minutes at night, or interact with them, or do their raids, or play their games, or I'm telling you all, Smash Carts is fun. Play some Smash Carts with them or something one day if you get the notification, and just come in here and talk to people, or play the games, or just whatever you have to do to kind of get you some spots in here. I mean, I think it's worth the effort. So anyway, all right. I hope you all have a good night. Hope y'all enjoyed the information. So, as always, this is not financial advice. You make your own decisions. You click your own buttons. You're your own person. I'm not responsible for you. I'm just trying to give y'all some education and information to maybe help y'all get in your foot in the door on some really early projects that might do well in the future. So anyway, all right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Much love.